Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. We slip on, spin move, in zone, score. Score for sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We slip on, spin move, in zone, score. Score for sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Akers. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. A throw caught here by Morton. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
That's good for our Giants.
It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
This one caught left side by Cooper. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Cowboys.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper. And now it's second down.
By Xavier McKinney.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Andy Isabella.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 10 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and has given me the evil eye, folks. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo, and he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd down and 3. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right up.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
3 yards.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Touchdown.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special.
Dashing through the snow. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. For 30 more yards and another first down. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see that.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Akers. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Morton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
4th down and goal.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for it.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 now.
6-yard line.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 7. First down, Dallas.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Yards to go.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's Mims. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
His kick is no good. That keeps the score Giants
down here in the 3rd quarter. Obviously, that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Hill brought him down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To Sterling Shepard. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his man. It's Morton. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. This thrown quickly out to Cooper.
The pass.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 14. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Darren Waller. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. A throw caught here by Morton. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
And goal.
Back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, a couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, and that will be incomplete.
Intended for Andy Isabella, incomplete. He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.